Here we go. This is the third and final review. So I reviewed Bad Boys for Life, Birds of Prey, and now 1917, right? So here we go. This is literally going to be the shortest review. The other one was like 10 to 15 minutes. This one is going to be so short, right? This film, this 1917 war film, right, is literally one man's struggle journey in like literally a day through no man's land, enemy lines, with a message to one of the generals on the other side to not pursue an attack on the Germans, right? And it's literally Lord of the Rings, a shortened down version of Lord of the Rings set in World War II, and instead of the ring, the message is the ring. It's like their trip to Mordor. The music, Thomas Newman, oh, the man's done it again. Sam Mendes with his directions. Like, people are saying, some people are joking, i.e. Michael Caine. We also saw that tweet, the 1917 is the greatest war film of all time, right? And Christopher Nolan fired back with Jeremy Irons is the greatest Alfred of all time. 1917 is, like, don't get me wrong, this is far from a spoiler review, right? It's such a basic filmed war film that is in the middle of a war, but nothing goes on, nothing actually happens, nothing seriously like oh shit actually goes on. There's a few wee bits where you're like shit, but nothing actually happens in like the 2-hour film. And the way it was shot, I'm honest to God baffled at how that's filmed. Like, the first 40 minutes was one continuous shot. Now I love that. We studied that in college, right? We studied the scene in Goodfellas where they go down to the restaurant. You know, Ray Liotta, Henry Hill has got Lorraine Bracco, and they go down to the restaurant, but they go down through the kitchen stuff, and the camera follows them all the way down. There's like that scene at the start of 1917, right? Not the restaurant, obviously, the ditch. And you think, they'll cut. They kept the exact same shot all the way through the ditch, all the way up the ditch. Once they've got their message, their mission to go tell the other team, don't attack. They then the camera followed them all the way through no man's land, down the ditch, all that. Like, when they're sliding down the ditch, this camera just all of a sudden just kind of slowly and softly just kind of moves down. And I'm like, how the hell? And I was counting it was like 40 minutes in, I'm like, they've still not cut. I believe that they cut ever so smoothly when they go through a tunnel and it's dark and it's lit. And I think that they must have cut there, surely, Jesus Christ. And then it does cut when he gets shot at by a German, falls back, hits his head. And then the boy, George Mackay, who, I can't remember who he's playing again, I can't remember. But he was so good in it, he was so good. He believed he was a soldier, he believed it was World War One. The surroundings, everything, the music, it just all felt so World War One, and also Lord of the Rings, set in World War One in a 2-hour movie. And the way the camera aim, and then when he wakes up, it's a whole new take, obviously, right? That then goes for the next of the film, so it's like, literally, film is like literally, as you know, well, as far as I know of, 2 takes. One full take for 40 minutes and the other take for the next hour and 10 minutes. I was mesmerised, seriously. Visually, fantastically shot, seriously. Like, it was such a beautiful film. If you've not seen it, please go see it. It's not a war film per se, not much goes on, but there's like a scene where George Mackay's character goes through this derelict ghost town. I think it's set in France. This ghost town, and it's at night, and there's just lights of there's like the light of like fires and flares going off. So it's like black. It's like all these shadows and stuff. That's so eerie, and you're just like shit. And there's several times during the film where like a German's walking towards him like just calmly, and it's like the German realises he's English, he's English, he ain't German, and chases after him, just like shit. But other than that, there's not much warness going on. It's a war around him that you're hearing and seeing and believing. But I feel as though the fact that it is one continuous or two continuous shots for the whole film. You feel like you're in the film with them. You feel as though you're following them. It's not like a wide angle shot and you're seeing them walking. You are walking with them. Like walking with dinosaurs, you are walking with the soldiers. It's so good, so well done. I'm just like, Jesus Christ, how they've done this is mental, by the way. Now, like I said, I don't know if they've, because you think, have they filmed that all in one? It's just, but they couldn't have, obviously, because obviously, as we know, they were in Glasgow, the harbour, at the quay next to the Science Centre, filming it in this big kind of derelict building, which you see, you're just like, oh, straight away, because like, remember in World War Z, you're just like, oh, there's George Square, not great, they're done, because you think the time they were there, you'd have seen more, but straight away you notice the harbour at the quay at the Science Centre, but they obviously have cut, because they went from that to walking along to then he's going into that, so obviously they have cut somewhere where they've been filming in the Highlands or somewhere, and then obviously cut to like that, but it's just, it's mind-boggling how they filmed it, but it's so good. Like, it's such a great film. Like, seriously, go see it. If you haven't already seen it, go see it. Sam Mendes deserves everything. He's definitely created a war film, or a war-based film, that's up there with the likes of Dunkirk, Platoon, Apocalypse Now, Full Metal Jacket, Saving Private Ryan, even the TV shows Band of Brothers, The Pacific. Like, it's kind of... what I look at it as instead, obviously my analogy is like Lord of the Rings, and the message is the ring, and they've got to get there, they've got to get through no man's land, they've got to get through the battles of wars just to get this message, right? It's also like Full Metal Jacket. Now, I consider Full Metal Jacket, Stanley Kubrick's Full Metal Jacket, is one of the greatest war films of all time, but I also consider it one of the greatest war films that don't actually show much going on. It's more about the boot camp, and then there's like half an hour of war. It's the exact same situation here. It's one of those greatest war films of all time that doesn't actually have much war in it. It's more about his soul story getting across that no man's land. Oh, so good, so good.